Good day, everyone. So this project is a one-year project that was initiated to look at the possible cause and extent of recent development of fruit spot symptoms, or as it might be associated with lenticel damage, and then possibly seeing what pathogens might be involved on these new symptoms we're seeing. So we all know lenticel disorders and the disease associated with them are a problem. In this case, we're already seeing the problem pre-harvest, so it's already in the orchards. It's also, we're detecting it only to be found in certain areas. So the combination of the environment, the host, and the pathogen factors are quite strict. There's a fine line for it to appear. Based on what we're seeing, there are possibly two pathogens that can cause these type of symptoms. The one being Glomerella, or otherwise known as Polytotrichum, and then the last one being Alternaria. Not all cultivars are affected by this disease, but Golden Delicious, Pink Lady, and Royal Gala are quite heavily hit by these symptoms and what we're seeing now. So overall, our aim is to see what is the cause of these symptoms, this disease, and to what extent is it a problem, and how can we hopefully solve it. Quickly running through our materials and methods, we firstly had to identify orchards where we would find these symptoms, and of course, based on collaboration, we could identify our sites. We could visit these sites, take photos in the orchards, obviously sample our fruit, have a proper discussion with the producer and with how they've experienced this disease, and then taking these samples, whether it be from fruit and leaves, to the lab. In the lab, we took photos from the exterior and interior of those symptoms, and then plating them onto PDA to grow our cultures. We've already had our visits to our sites. We have our samples made, but we still need to do some further investigation on the cultures, and of course a bit more literature research to fully understand what we're dealing with. Here we have photos when we were in the orchards that were affected. This producer at a Golden Delicious orchard that's been heavily affected for quite a few years now. He has tried to treat this problem, this disease, with fungicides with no avail, and thus emphasizing our need to better understand this disease. We have found that the focus area is primarily in the Rivieronder end and the larger EGVV area, and orchards that have experienced quite a lot of rain in January and high temperatures thereafter seem to have been heavily affected. Initial symptoms is pointing towards Alternaria, although of course we need further investigation. So here we see the apples we sampled from the orchards. The sun side of the apple was definitely more affected and showed more symptoms. Some of the spots were just dark or blackish spots, and some of them showed a red halo or red ring around those dark spots, indicating to us that there is a host response going on, and then probably then indicating the involvement of a pathogen in these symptoms. Some of these symptoms really developed to a larger extent, even causing quite large lesions, and then once removing the skin, you would see a corkish decay underneath those lesions. So here we have the cultures that grew from the isolates we made, obviously from the affected tissue underneath those symptoms, those fruit spot symptoms. Out of the 200 fruit, over 230 isolates grew. Of that, 75% appeared to be Alternaria. The majority of the rest showed no growth. We still have over 164 isolates still to investigate, but from a quick scan we already saw some indicating other fungal growth, but still primarily showing Alternaria being growing on the cultures. We still need to do further investigation and of course further research, and hopefully if possible we can do cost postulates just to confirm that Alternaria is the cause of these fruit spot symptoms. Thank you very much.